One with a 3-step lead. Quick peek by Jarvis. Excuse me. Neighbors, that's a 4-pitch walk to Gray. Puts runners on first and second. No outs here in the top of the first. Brings up number 5, another senior, Colin Berry. Owns a shortstop, comes in for a quick pep talk there on the mound. Play resumes. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch to Berry. Line just foul down the third base line. Ball inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Evens a count on Berry. Norman dancing around back and forth at second base, trying to get in the head of Jarvis. Berry showing bunt, shoots that foul towards the third base dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Would have been a great opportunity to get that down the third base line. Neighbors, being a right-handed pitcher, is going to fall naturally to the first base side. Could potentially have a single there with Berry's speed. Nonetheless, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gray at first, Norman at second. Neighbors with a quick peek to Norman. Here's the pitch. Ground ball hits softly to the second base side. Should be just a fielder's choice at first, and it is. So back up a couple pitches when he fouled the bunt off foul. We'll kind of use that as a same scenario there, just a little bit longer down the field. So nonetheless, fielder's choice to second. Moves the runners up second and third. 1 out. Brings up number 14, the right fielder, Mason Irwin. Inside pitch caught Irwin on the shoe or some part of the uniform. Umpire called a dead ball. Hit by pitch, loaded the bases. I'm sure you folks at home, we've got a crowd mic today right out the press box window, so you will probably hear some baseball analytics right out in front of us. According to the umpire, he did was hit by a pitch. So bases loaded, 1 out. Brings up number 1, Jordan Fuller. Another senior for the Farmers. Great scoring opportunity here to jump ahead. Here in the first, as that first pitch fastball catches the outside corner. Quickly 0-1 on Fuller. Pitch is on the way. Fuller with a little bit of smaller strike zone there. That pitch just misses out top. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good looking Saturday crowd on both sides. Beautiful weather. Slight breeze circulating around today. Somewhat overcast. Fastball in there on the corner. Inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes quickly on Fuller. 1 out, bases loaded. Here in the top of the first. Three pitches looked in there by Fuller. Strikeout. 2 outs brings it number 4, Braden Malone. Same spot, fastball that outside corner. Strike one to Malone. Fouls that straight back to the net, strike two. Neighbors with an opportunity to get out of a jam here for the Leopards. 2 outs, bases loaded, 0-2 count on Malone. Shakes off the first sign against. Settles in on that one. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back to the net, still alive. Swing and miss. Neighbors gets out of a jam. His base is loaded. Unfortunate opportunity for the Farmers not to be able to get a run there. After 23 pitches, top half of the inning. 1 hit, 3 runners left on, no runs. We'll be back here in just a moment for the bottom half. Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom half of the first inning. Your Farmers, unfortunately, could not put a run across with bases loaded there in the top of the first. A refreshing sight on the mound today. If you notice, number 5, Colin Berry, is back in his position. Got released to pitch here a week and a half or so ago from the doctor. Going to work him back in here in game 3. Came in to pitch 18 pitches last night to close out the inning at the last inning. First pitch chopped right back to second base. Graves is going to make a twist throw. 1 pitch, 1 out. As Jones chops that back to Graves for the first out here in the bottom of the first. Graves almost had to twist to make that throw. Good stretch by Norman there at first base. He's very comfortable playing that position over there. Fastball from Berry misses outside. Tristan Howe, the second baseman, next up in the box for the Leopards. 1-0 pitch on the way. All speed catches that outside corner, evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes quickly. Not sure what the pitch count on Barry will be today, but if he keeps working through a handful of pitches the way he's been doing, that curveball just misses outside. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Howe did not chase that, unfortunately. Chop to Norman. He makes a play. Barry over there. Great job by the first baseman to come off the bag. Graves was there behind to back him up. 6 pitches, 2 outs for Barry here in the bottom half of the first. Brings up number 13, the third baseman, Britton Pipes for the Leopards. Both teams aware of what's on the line today. Win or go home is the scenario here. First pitch to Pipes is on the way, and he pipes it right in there for strike 1. Fastball piped in there for strike 2. Pipes quickly behind 0-2 here, 2 outs. Bottom of the first. Barry with his sign. Shakes that one off. Finds something that he likes. Pipes with time called there. Barry shaking off a couple signs. Took a little bit longer than Pipes was willing to wait. We're good. The 0-2 pitch is on the way. Grounded to the first base side. Norman should make this play by himself, and he does. 8 pitches. Nice sight to see for the Farmers having Barry back out there. He's been definitely missed over these last 8 to 9 weeks. So 1 complete. No hits, no runs, no runners left on. 0-0. We're going to the top of the second. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After 1 complete of this Game 3 matchup, it's tied 0-0, leading off for the Farmers, number 13, Landon Dunham. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Swing, hard ground ball up to second base for a leadoff double for Landon Dunham. If you guys, unfortunately, weren't able to see Thursday night's game, he had the 2-run blast to right field to put us ahead in the tie, put him 6-4 in the lead. We come back and won 7-4. When he does make connection with the ball at that launch angle, it'll get out of here. Next up, number 22, Caden Johnson for the Farmers. Neighbors with a quick throw over to first. Reese Tuck is the pinch runner for Dunham. First pitch on the way to Johnson is a fastball on the inside corner, strike 1. Seven, 8, 9 due up here in the top of the second for the Farmers. Venegas on deck. We'll be back to the top of the lineup with Norman. Another quick throw over there as Reese had a decent little lead. 0-1 pitch from Neighbors. Misses off the plate inside, evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike on Johnson. Crowds are about evenly packed today. Beautiful set. Reese back in there safely as another pickoff attempt there. Beautiful Saturday afternoon for some baseball. One pitch. In there for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Today is the day to swing the bat, boys. There's not an opportunity to come back tomorrow. There's not a doubleheader. It is right now. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Johnson. Runner on first, no outs. 1-2 pitch from Neighbors. Curveball misses out, evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I think today it's really going to come down to who hits the ball better and who actually wants it more. Energy from the Farmers dugout looks good this afternoon. Johnson's going to call time. Neighbors took a little bit longer than he wanted to wait there on the rubber. We're back set. 2-2 count on the way. He checked the swing. He's going to get first base on that. He did not go. That is a good call by the umpire. Hit by a pitch on the inside, up and elevated. Puts runners at first and second. Brings up center fielder number 15, Venegas. Step off with a pickoff attempt there. Back to second base is tucked safely. No balls, no strikes. Venegas showing an early bunt. Pulls back as that fastball misses out. One-0 pitch. Venegas showing bunt. Neighbor steps off. One ball, 1 strike on Venegas. First baseman crashing about halfway down the line. No throw. We're going to get into the rundown. The fake play there got the youngster at second base. One out here in the top of the second. He didn't get him. One out. Caden Johnson at first base. Venegas still with a 1-1 count with the fake play to second after Tuck was caught in a rundown. Line just over the shortstop's head. That's going to be down. Kind of at a loss for words. I'm just still thinking about that play from previous. Somebody's got to be watching that ball, screaming, communicating, telling him on the bag, something. Cade Norman in the box for the Farmers. Takes first pitch, strike one, looking. Runners on first and second. Brady Gray on deck with one out here in the top of the second. Fastball misses outside, evens the count. Norman skies that one back over the backstop, over the stands, out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gordon with time called in the box. Neighbors set. 1-2 pitch on the way. Norman turns that shoulder inward as that pitch was up and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Farmers with another scoring opportunity like we had in the first inning. Unfortunately, left 3 on with the bases loaded. Runners on first and second here. 2-2 pitch to Norman is on the way. Swing and fouled straight back to the backstop. Count remains 2-2. Chop shortly. Second baseman able to make that play. Fielder's choice, second and third. Moves the runners up with 2 outs. Here in the top of the second. Next up for the Farmers, number 30, Brady Gray, had a walk his first time up today. Runner second, third, 2 outs. First pitch is on the way. Gray takes the inside pitch for strike one. Set. Here's the 0-1. Sky to deep center field. Back goes Evans. He's going to track that all the way to the wall. We're out number 3. So after 1.5, 1 hit, 2 left on. Your Farmers tied is 0-0. We'll be back here in just a moment for the bottom of the second. Stay tuned. We're back here in the bottom half of the second. Farmers left 2 runners on in the top of the second. Game is still at 0. Leading off here in the bottom of the second, the DH, Eli Jarvis for the Leopards, takes first pitch low and outside, ball 1. Colin Berry had 3 up, 3 down, 9 pitches in the first inning. Fastball in there. Strike 1 evens the count on Jarvis. Neighbors through 2 innings has 41 pitches. 1-1 is on the way. Swung on by Jarvis, missed. Quickly behind 1 and 2. Payoff pitch is on the way. Couldn't get him to chase in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him looking low. Fastball catches his own. First strikeout in a long time for Berry. Nice to see the arm back in action. He looks good this afternoon. Next up, the left fielder, number 6, Cam Gamble. Good call. Fastball missed about 6 or 7 inches outside. Ball 1. Fastball misses low. Good spot. Just a little out of the bottom of the zone. 2 balls, no strikes on Gamble. 2-0 pitch on the way. Just a little low. Berry with a questionable grin on his face about where that one missed. But here's a 3-0 pitch. No way that ball wasn't in the strike zone. Not sure that one missed. It's very rare to see a 4-pitch walk from Berry. Nonetheless, Gamble with a 4-pitch walk, according to the umpire. Brings up first baseman Maddox Moore. Runner on first, 1 out. First pitch to Maddox on the way. That pitch was just a ball in the previous at bat. Nonetheless, 0-1 quickly by Berry. Shifting over on the left-hand side of the rubber. Inside pitch, 1 ball, 1 strike. One set. Conservative lead at first by Jarvis. Pitch is on the way. Got him fisted, swung and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One more. Berry set, 1-2 pitch. Skied should be caught by Berry in front of the mound right off the foul line, and it is for an out number 2. Brings up the center fielder, who's made a handful of good plays this weekend, Colin Evans. I'll always give credit where credit is due, regardless of the color of the jersey. Made some great baseball plays this weekend. Saved some runs, had a diving catch to end the inning last night. Would have been a guaranteed stand-up triple, possibly an in-the-park home run. This field plays about 350, 355 to center field. First pitch in there to Evans, low and outside, ball 1. 2 outs. Jarvis still at first. Bottom of the second. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Dang, I hate that. Just calling time right at the last second. And technically, the umpire does not have to grant him that. That is a privilege. But nonetheless, fastball in there. Looking, evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Little bloop down the left field side. Looks like it's going to be in foul territory, and it is. Is the umpire really going to say something to Caden Johnson? Thankfully, the ball was foul. He is part of the field nonetheless. But I'm not going to say anything. He's going to throw his hands up at Caden like it was Caden's fault. Nonetheless, 1 ball, 2 strikes as that ball stays foul. Count remains 1-2. 2 outs. Pitch is on the way. Fly to right field should be an easy catch for Norman or Irwin and it is. No hits, 1 left on, no runs after 2 complete. This game is locked at 0. We'll be back here in just a moment. Coming up for the Farmers, top of the lineup. Stay tuned. We're back here in the top of the third. Leading off for the Farmers, the pitcher, number 5, Colin Berry, through 2 innings complete. Neighbors, the pitcher for the Leopards. 41 pitches, Colin at a respectable 26 after having 9 in the first inning. First pitch on the way. Berry has to slide back out of the way. Ball 1 inside. Second pitch in there. Looking strike 1, evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball out. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two one on the way. Just missed by Berry as he fouled it straight back to the net. Brings the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Berry, right at the last minute, thought that ball was going to catch the outside corner, threw his hands at it, and fouls that one over to the left side. Count remains 2-2. Fastball up, full count on Berry. Payoff pitch on the way. Skied straight up behind home plate. Not sure if it's going to drift or stay in. We've got some little high schooler JVs there that had to get out of the way. You look up and you catch the ball, boys. You get a free snow cone. Nonetheless, Berry's still alive with that foul ball out of play. 3-2. Irwin on deck. Jordan Fuller in the hole for the Farmers. Great at bat by Berry as he took a 7-pitch at bat for a leadoff walk here in the top of the third. Head coach for Liberty-Eylau is going to take a quick timeout, visit the mound with his infield. We appreciate everybody that came out today and all you guys that couldn't make it. Appreciate you tuning in. just a great avenue that Farmersville ISD and Mr. B and Mr. G put together, providing the streaming, especially for these trips that are hour and a half, 2 hours away. Playoff baseball, playoff softball, volleyball, basketball, football. And it's great to see all of our programs advancing to the playoffs. You know, it's been a process of these last few years with ADs and head coaches, new coaches. Quick throw over to first. Barry's back in there safely with a dive. In the box for the Farmers, number 14, right fielder Mason Irwin. First pitch to him is on the way. Up and out, ball one. Second pitch in there in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Quick pick over there to first. Barry back in there safely again. Maddox is going to hold that tag on him as Barry walks himself back up to the bag. Barry with a nice sized lead there at first. Another quick throw is going to be past Moore. Moore's going to make an attempt to throw to second. Barry just not in time to make it there as he's thrown out maybe by a foot or so. Ball just didn't quite get far enough away from Moore. Moore actually had to jump over Barry. Unfortunate events for base runners today for the Farmers. 1 out here, base is empty. Top of the third, 2-0 pitch to Irwin is on the way. Swing and a miss, strike one. Irwin pokes that to the third base side. Great play at third with a diving stop. Britton pipes. Props to you, young man, for that play there. Irwin with good speed down first base, especially being on the left-hand batter's box as well. Brings up Jordan Fuller. Takes first pitch swing and foul straight back to the backstop for strike one. Malone on deck for the Farmers. And it's almost, it seems like as soon as we get a little bit of burst of life there, we kind of pull the rug right out from under ourselves. Hard hit ground ball. Just past the diamond glove of Jones at shortstop. I understand being aggressive, wanting to win this game 3. It's win or go home today. There's a time to be aggressive, time to be conservative. You know, let's get that run on the board, get more runners on. Base hits will come. Braden Malone coming up in the box for the Farmers. Dunham on deck. Jordan Fuller on first after that single to left field. First pitch to Malone, fastball inside. Strike one. Ball called there on the pitcher. You do not have to throw to second base. I believe you step off and completely disconnect, but on first base, got to throw to first base. You know, there's a scenario when you've got runners on first and third, you can step off, fake the throw to third, and come back and fake the throw to first. Nonetheless, that ball moves Fuller up into scoring position for the Farmers, and that pitch was in the dirt to Malone, evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs here in the top of the third. Fastball inside, hits Malone on the shoulder. A little bit of frustration there by Malone, but base runners today, gentlemen, that's what you need to score runs. Up now for the Farmers, number 13, the designated hitter. Number 13, I'll be redundant today. Landon Dunham had a single through the second base side his first time up today. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Fuller with good speed at second. Fastball up and away for ball 1. Looks like we might have a pitching change here. And we are. He made a pitching change Thursday night after like 54 pitches. Neighbors definitely frustrated as Pipes are trying to encourage him as he walks off the field. Going to bring in the starter from Thursday night, Tristan Howe from second base. I believe he still probably has about 55, 60 pitches or something like that. And I think he threw 50 pitches, 54 pitches, something like that. So he's got a little bit left back in him per UIL rules. Liberty coach is going to put him back in, going to shift some things around. Sub came off the bench for first base. Jarvis, the designated hitter, moves more over to first base. Scoring opportunity here again for the Farmers. Just haven't yet been able to capitalize on anything yet. Good defense. Good hitting by both teams. Well, I'll take that back. They've got no hits. We've got 4 hits. Just seems like a lot's going on in 2.5 innings. We'll give Howe a couple minutes to warm up. We'll be back here in just a moment. Stay tuned. After that pitching change, we're back. Neighbors, the starting pitcher, was pulled after 59 pitches. He'll be back behind the disc catching. A couple infield shifts there. We're not going to go through all that again. Landon Dunham with a 1-0 count on the pitching change. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Here in the top of the third. Again, a couple scoring opportunities here so far for the Farmers. We've had base runners every inning. Just hadn't got them past third base to score. That first pitch fastball misses about 7-8 inches outside. Wow, he's safe. I want to say that he's great throw by Gamble. Might have to go back and watch the replay on that. Nonetheless, A great throw. I knew there was going to be a play at the plate, but after two and a half, game is still at 0. Colin Berry's back on the mound. We'll be back here in just a moment for the bottom half. Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here in the bottom half of the third. Good defensive plays today so far by both teams. First pitch in there by Berry, strike one looking. He did not go. 1 ball, 1 strike. This is the pinch runner that came in earlier. Number 15, I don't have his. That was a foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch on the way. Skied over the first base dugout. Count remains 1-2. Curve ball looking. Great pitch by Berry. Get the first out on the first batter here in the bottom of the third. Going to bring up the starting pitcher now, catcher Dylan Neighbors. First pitch fastball misses up and away. Off the outstretched glove of Gray for ball 1. Two balls, no strikes on Neighbors. Fastball down the middle. Brings the count 2-1. Berry set. 2-1 pitches on the way. Misses outside. 3-1. Rung him up, but that's going to be the strike 2 call. Brings the count full. He was probably thinking of the other pitch that he missed earlier. Berry set. Payoff pitch on the way. That one must have missed a little low. For a walk, back to the top of the lineup, as that was Neighbors' first at bat of the afternoon. He's going to have a courtesy runner being the catcher. Swing and a miss by Jones. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jones showing bunt. Shoots that straight down foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Barry with a quick look, set. 1-2 pitch on the way. Outside, couldn't get him to chase. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two. Ball outside, scoots away from Gray. Runner advances up to second base on the pass ball. Brings the count full on Jones. Jones, who had 5 plate appearances yesterday, reached all 5 times, 4 walks and 1 single. This is his second time up today. He grounded out his first time up. Payoff pitch. Line to the left side. 1 hopper in front of Malone. Coach is going to hold him. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Going to bring up Tristan Howell, the incoming pitcher last inning for the Leopards, who grounded out his first time up also. That's the first hit of the game for the Leopards. Inning double play opportunity here for the Farmers defense. Howell showing bunt. Puts that back into the backstop net. Very set. 0-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on the off speed. Brings the count, no balls, 2 strikes on Howell. Runners on the corners for the Leopards. 1 out, bottom of the third. Barry with a quick look. 0-2 pitch on the way. Grounded to the second base side. Fielder's choice is going to score a run, but we will get the out at first for 2 outs. First run of the game is scored. Two outs. Brings up the third baseman, Britton Pipes, who grounded out his first time up this evening also. First pitch in there low. Looks like Gray dropped the ball. Umpire wanted to call a strike. First base coach is going to come talk to Pipes. Takes his hat off to cover up his mouth so nobody can read his lips from the stands. Relay the sneaky play back to the dugout. I guess that changed years ago because of the cheating Houston Astros. Put a banging trash cans. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at second. Pitch on the way, in the dirt. Great block by Gray there. Brings the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Quick throw from Barry back to second base. Fuller unable to get the ball. Goes into center field. Jones remains at second. Venegas throws the ball in. Looks like the head coach of Liberty is wanting interference, but Jones, a smart enough baseball player, is not going to go with Venegas picking up the ball with him 5 feet off the bag. So 2-1 pitch in there for ball 3. Set. 3-1 on the way. Hit right back to Barry on a sharp chopping ground ball, able to get the out to Norman at first base. 1 stranded, 1 hit, 1 run. As your Farmers trailed 1-0 after 3 complete. We'll be back here in just a moment. Stay tuned. Quick update for you guys still tuned in here. Community trailing 5-3 in the bottom of the 7th. They are batting against North Lamar. Their batter has 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. Community down to their last pitch. Aiden Johnson for the Farmers will be leading off. Venegas on deck, then back to the top of the lineup. 2 balls, 2 strikes on that batter from Community. Caden Johnson was hit by a pitch. His first time up today. And that first pitch scoots in there to the backstop for ball 1. Fastball misses in. 2 balls, no strikes on Johnson. And that game is over in Community, folks. They lose the series 5-3 in game 3 to North Lamar. They will be advancing to the regional quarterfinals and play the winner of this game. Johnson puts a charge into that deep left field. Back goes Gamble. And he makes the catch right on the warning track. Good barrel by Johnson for out number 1. Bringing up Jair Venegas, who had a single to center field his first time up today. First pitch, 1 ball, 1 strike. Must have missed the first pitch. Fastball misses low. According to the umpire, 2 balls, 1 strike. Two 2-1 pitch on the way. Venegas takes inside pitch looking, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Outside pitch to Venegas brings the count full. Payoff pitch on the way. Going to catch Venegas in the back of the jersey. For the first base runner of the inning for the Farmers. 1 out. Back to the top of the lineup for the Farmers. Caden Norman. Had a single and a fielder's choice. Both balls put in play today. Fastball called a strike. Looked to be outside on the first pitch. Dead ball again catches Caden Norman on the inside of the leg as he turns backwards away from the pitch. So 2 hit by pitches by Howell back-to-back puts runners at first and second for the Farmers, bringing up Brady Gray. Head coach from Liberty, of course, is going to take a timeout. Probably go in there and tell his pitcher not to hit the next guy with a pitch. Pretty great chit-chatting with Coach Norton on the third base line. Scoring opportunity here for the Farmers with runners on first and second. Venegas with good speed at the bag. 1 out here in the top of the fourth. Brady Gray had a fly out to center field his first time up, deep center field. Hit it to the deepest part of the park out there. First pitch on the way to him. He's lined to right field. That's going to be down in front of number 16. That should score 2 runs. Brady Gray's going 3 on the attempt. He's going to be in diving. And if he ever needed a hit, that was the time right there. That young man's been struggling offensively, and he's barreled the ball up this afternoon. Line drive hit to right field. Right fielder came in to make a diving play just underneath his glove. 2 of those catches were made yesterday by the Leopards in center field and in left field. Well, that would have been the same scenario. But a 2 RBI triple by Mr. Brady Gray, senior captain on the Farmers. Hopefully ignited a little bit of fire there in the Farmer dugout. Colin Berry up, first pitch to him, catches the net over on the third base side for foul ball, strike 1. And if the camera was zoomed in on Brady Gray when he got to third base, you would think he just walked off the Connie Mack like he did last year. The excitement that overcame him. Definitely the definition of a player who doesn't give up, fights through adversity, fights through injuries, comes back. True definition of a captain. He will definitely be missed after this season. So let's make it happen today and extend this season 1 more series. Barry's going to call time as that pitch was in the dirt. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. I know Mr. Gary Gray, his grandpa's in the stands with the AirPods in today, watching and listening. He rarely misses a game unless he's on a cruise halfway around the world. I know that was a proud moment for him. His dad standing down on the right field fence. Barry fouls that one back to the net. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. One out, runner on third after Gray's triple. 2-2 pitch. Curveball just catches the corner. I'm going to grit my teeth when I say that. For out number 2, brings up Mason Irwin. Had a hit by pitch and a ground out so far today. Another scoring opportunity. Mason with a good bat. Hard hit ground ball to second base side. Moore with the throw to first for the third out. 2 hits, 1 left on. 2 runs scored by your Farmers off the triple by Brady Gray as they take the lead in the top half of the fourth. We'll be back here in just a moment. Stay tuned as we reach the halfway point of this ball game. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just tuning in, it's been kind of a exciting, low-action game. I guess I could say it that way. 5 hits by the Farmers to the 1 hit by the Leopards. Braden Malone on the mound, coming in for relief of Colin Berry, who threw 51 pitches today in his first outing after about 8 or 9 weeks off from pitching. Young man did great, giving up only 1 hit, 1 run. Leading off here in the bottom of the fourth, Eli Jarvis. He struck out looking his first time up. He's got 2 back-to-back pitches for balls. 3-0. 4-pitch walk by Malone. Gordon going to visit with his pitcher in infield on the mound. Last Saturday at North Forney against the 3rd game of Canton. Braden Malone was on the mound and pitched great. Coming in relief today for the return of Colin Berry. Cam Gamble in the box for the Leopards, showing bunt. Curveball gets in there for strike 1. Johnson was crashing down the third base line. Liberty looking for an opportunity to try to scoot the walk batter, Jarvis, over to second. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Absolutely did that not miss the strike zone. Horrible call. Right across his belt. But if he throws that pitch again, he'll get the call. He's probably never seen a pitch like that. Line to center field. Venegas on it for out number 1. As Gamble lines out. Sometimes, folks, I get a little outside of my politically correct announcing, so I'm going to be honest with you. That was a horrible call. And I've got a few texts today confirming that from people either at the game or live streaming. That curveball must have just missed a little bit high on Moore for ball 1. Line to center. Venegas is going to play that in front. Had an opportunity. Bobbled the ball out there. Would have been a close play at second, but I'm sure Jarvis would have been in there safely as he went halfway. Not too sure if that was going to be caught or not, but smart move by Venegas not to make a diving attempt too close of a game to let that ball go all the way to the fence. Center fielder up, Colin Evans, who flew out to right field his first time up. Showing bunt. Bunts that down the third base line. Foul. Runners on first and second. Malone is set. Quick look to second. 0-1 pitch on the way. Flare to center field. Venegas can't get it. Run's going to score. Tie the ball game. Puts runners at first and second. Unfortunate event. Ball game is tied. 2-2 here in the bottom of the 4th. 1 out. Runners on first and second. Going to bring up the catcher, Neighbors. Oh, excuse me, Jarvis. That's Banks. He's the pinch runner that came in earlier. Burned the DH. Showed a bunt there. Pulled back, called strike. A 1 pitch on the way. Bunts it down the third base side. It rolls foul. Quickly behind 0-2. Skies that on the infield. Barry's going to come in and call off Malone. Wise play by Barry. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Now is going to bring up the catcher, Neighbors. Had a walk his first time up. Two down. Infield fly is away. Malone delivers. Fastball in the dirt, ball one. Curveball misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Cool pitch on the way. Curveball catches his own. 2 balls, 1 strike. On Neighbors here in the bottom of the fourth. Game's tied 2-2. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Hard hit ground ball through the left side. Coach is going to send him. There's going to be a play at the plate. Got him! Great job by Irwin as he comes up with a spot-on throw to home plate. Brady Gray with the tag. This game's going to be tied at 2 after 4 complete. Stay tuned, folks. This is a nail-biter. We're back here at the top of the fifth. If you're watching, you saw a great play there at home plate. Ground ball hit to the third base side. 1 chopper to Pipes. He's going to make an easy fling over to first for out number 1. Coach Norton's going to call time, thinking that they pulled his foot. If the call stands, Braden Malone will be the next batter up for the Farmers. Umpires going to come together, discuss the out call at first. Ball will remain. You definitely have to ask. You definitely won't get the call overturned if you don't ask. 1 out brings up number 4, pitcher Braden Malone. Pitch did not count as Malone had time from the umpire. 0-0 pitch on the way. Fastball up and away, misses ball 1. Malone was hit by a pitch his second time up today. Fastball in the dirt there. 2 balls, no strikes. Fastball fouled to the first base side. 2 balls, 1 strike on Malone. Another hit by pitch on Malone. But at this point, base runners. Umpire's trying to stay hydrated on that turf. Disregard. He's grabbing a bat, throwing it back to the Liberty dugout. After the hit by pitch on Malone, brings up Landon Dunham. Landon Dunham back-to-back singles today, leading the Farmers. Make that 3. That should push Malone to third with runners on the corners. Great job by Dunham, back-to-back singles. And you could see the energy there in the Farmer dugout. Caden Johnson due up next for the Farmers. Venegas on deck, and then we'll be back to the top of the lineup. Graves going to come in and pinch run for Dunham, who's had 3 singles today for the Farmers. That makes a 7th hit today for the Farmers. To the 3 hits of Liberty. Now the head coach of Liberty has to go up and verify everything with the umpire. Runners on the corners after that single by by Dunham, puts Malone at third. A little bit more umpire head coach discussion. Just trying to clarify on the because technically Dunham is DH in for Graves. Graves comes in to run for him. Another change over there. We're actually going to put Dunham back on the base as to not burn the DH. I think that's what we were clarifying. Nonetheless, runners on first and third, 1 out. Caden Johnson has flown out and been hit by a pitch today. I just hope Malone gets that same pitch called when he's back out there next inning. Pitch is in there for strike one on Johnson. Pitch in the dirt. Good block by the catcher, Neighbors. Saves a very potential run there. This game is locked up 2-2 here in the top of the fifth. One out, runners on the corners. So you see that scenario there with runners on the corners. He stepped towards third, disengaged, faked the throw back to first, which is legal. Earlier, when there was a balk, he stepped off to throw to first and didn't, and that's where the balk came into play. That pitch fouled off to the right side, brings a count 1 ball, 2 strikes on Johnson. Johnson had a towering hit last Thursday night. That pitch is outside the called strike 3. Like I said, I just hope that's precipitated in the bottom half of the inning when Malone's on the mound. 2 outs, runners on the corners, brings up Venegas. Oh, he was hit by a pitch. That curveball hit the dirt. And that's going to be strike 1. Hard hit ground ball to the third base side. Going to be a play at second for the 4th out. For an inning play. After 4.5, this game is tied 2-2. We'll be back here in just a moment for the bottom half of the 5th. Stay tuned. We're back here in the bottom of the 5th. Malone's not going to get that call. Got to be a Texarkana Division home lay umpire today. That ball was outside and low. 2 balls, no strikes on the leadoff. W.T. Jones, he's had a ground out and a single today. Curveball in there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sky's out to center field. Venegas is going to camp underneath that. Out number 1. Number 3, Tristan Howe, the pitcher for the Leopards. Up next, he had a fielder's choice RBI to second base his last time up. Curveball stays up and in for ball 1. 1-0 pitch on the way. Oh, he gave him that pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike, evens the count on Howell. Curveball in there. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sure, Liberty's not seen many of the Ethan style pitches or the 62-mile-an-hour curveballs. Ground ball to short. Fuller makes a nice throw across the diamond. Good stretch by Barry over there. 2 outs. Brings up number 13, the third baseman for the Leopards, Britton Pipes. Had a ground out his last time up. Curveball elevated there. Ball 1. 1-0 pitch on the way. And there for strike 1. Evens the count on Pipes. Just misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's a 2-1 pitch from Malone. Ooh, that's going to be that should be a foul ball on the knob. That's a foul ball, yes. No way, coach. That hit off his knob. That's going to be a foul ball. Yeah. Back to the dugout, 20. You know that was a foul ball. It doesn't shoot off the fatty part of your hand like that. Sorry, that's a spectator coming up to me there for a second, but absolutely not. With that pitch, evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Line to center field. Venegas tracking back. 3 up, 3 down. This is the kind of game you want for a game 3. This is locked, tied 2-2 after 5 complete. We'll be back here in just a moment for the offensive side for the Farmers. Stay tuned. Welcome back here to the top of the 6th. Great baseball displayed by both sides of the field today. 1, 2, 3 in order. Top of the lineup for the Farmers here in the top of the 6th. Fastball misses out. Ball 1 on Norman. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. Umpire still with time, shaking his head. He did not put the ball back in play yet. So Howe on the mound for the Leopards. He actually was a starting pitcher. That bunt's going to be bunted right back to him. In that type of situation, that's definitely got to get down the line to be a single opportunity. That bunt out is going to bring up Brady Gray, who his last time up had a 2 RBI triple to right field. Hal, the pitcher for the Leopards, has only got about 50 pitches left. No, excuse me. A little over 20 pitches left because, like I was saying, he pitched Thursday night and was pulled. Has come back in and pitched this evening and can still only have that 110 count. Brady's first pitch was fouled back underneath him. That pitch was outside for ball one. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball misses out. Hal's probably not wanting to give him a meatball down the middle. Gray with the only 2 runs scored today by the Farmers. Ground ball hit to the first base side. Past the diving first base. Second baseman Moore there to back him up for out number 2. Brings up Colin Berry. First pitch to Berry. Lined on the left field side. That will drift foul. 4 strike 1. Fastball misses out. Evens the count on Berry. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another fastball out. 2 balls, 1 strike. Some of the disgruntled crowd attendees think this is 12U baseball and maybe pitch 8 inches outside should be called a strike. That pitch catches the bottom of the zone down the middle. Evens count 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Here in the top of the 6th. Fastball down and low away. Day off the pitch. Very in the dirt ball 4. Bringing up Mason Irwin. Back-to-back walks for Berry. Coach Norton's going to take a quick timeout. Chit-chat with Irwin. Scenario here is a runner on first, and we need a base hit. That's my coaching advice. Boys have actually hit the ball well today. Two outs. Berry on first. Top of the 6th. First pitch on the way. Fastball in the dirt. Ball 1. Jordan Fuller on deck for the Farmers. If he gets the opportunity to bat this inning. Another fastball in there to Irwin across the shins for strike 1. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Inside fastballs turned on. Shot foul to the first base dugout of the Farmers. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No, sir, he didn't. That gentleman out front for the last 3 nights has said got him about 37 times. I think maybe 3 times they actually got him. Great job by Irwin. Coach Norton's going to hold Berry up at second. Great single poke to the right side into right field for Mason Irwin. Brings up Jordan Fuller. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Another scoring opportunity here for the Farmers. They've had a few of these today. Only one we've been able to capitalize on is Brady Gray's triple to right field, which scored 2, and that's the only 2 runs scored today by the Farmers. Fastball on the corner, strike 1. Braden Malone, the pitcher's on deck for the Farmers. That same pitch is fouled straight back to the net. Brings the count 0 balls, 2 strikes on Fuller. Neighbors is set. House set. Pitch is on the way. He didn't get him. Fuller lined that down the third base side into foul territory. Gets another opportunity to see another pitch. Count remains 0-2 with 2 outs. Barry at second and Irwin at first. Here at the top of the 6th. Fastball in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Howell comes set with a quick peek to second. 1-2 pitch on the way. Way outside, evens the count. On Fuller, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Definitely warming up on the Farmer. We started out about 70 degrees, and we're right there at 80 degrees here at the hour and 45-minute mark. 2-2 pitch on the way. Outside in the left batter's box. Brings the count full. With 2 outs and a full count, runners will be going on the pitch. Howell set. Payoff pitch. Excuse me. You got me. Steps off towards second. Howell back on the rubber with set. Payoff pitch. In the dirt. Ball 4, bases loaded. Brings up Braden Malone, who's been hit twice back-to-back today. Going to bring in Gamble to pitch. We're going to take a break here. Let the Leopards make a pitching change. We'll be back here in just a moment. Stay tuned. After the pitching change, left fielder Gamble comes into pitch. There was a few position moves. I'm not going to go through them all. There's still 9 players on the field for Liberty, so that's what we're going to go with. Bases loaded here, 2 outs. Brings up Braden Malone, who's been hit back-to-back 2 times in a row. Top of the 6th. Check swing foul on the first pitch to the first base side. Two quick strikes on Malone. Great block there by Neighbors as he slides out on his shin guards. Keeps that in front of him. Barry with good speed at third. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Malone. Crowding the plate. Hard hit ground ball to second base. Gamble gets him out of the jam. 1 hit. No runs, 3 left on. Another unfortunate scoring opportunity we could not capitalize on. After 5.5, this game's still locked at 2. We'll be back here in just a moment. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the bottom of the 6th. Your Farmers unable to capitalize there with bases loaded in the top of the 6th. Eli Jarvis walked his last time up and struck out. His first time up, takes first pitch looking there for strike 1. Fastball misses just a little outside, evens count. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch on the way. Line drive to left field. Please go 3. Listen to this guy in the stands. Please go 3. Leadoff double for Jarvis. That thing caromed off the turf all the way into the left field corner. Irwin made a great throw. Obviously going to be a double situation. Brings up the new pitcher, number 6, Cam Gamble. Lined out to center field his second time up today. Showing bunt here. Great bunt, safe on the corners. You can almost guarantee a bunt in that situation. They bunted quite a bit in the last 2 games, and we knew that on the scouting report. They were going to be a bunting team. Probably going to be a courtesy runner for the pitcher, possibly. Coach Norton's going to take a timeout. We will have a courtesy for the pitcher. Be a pitch change for the Farmers as Malone comes out. Going to bring in number 1, Jordan Fuller. He came in relief of Irwin Thursday night. Pitch good in relief there. Great job by Malone. Only giving up a couple hits and 1 run. Gordon into pitch. Malone to second. Graves over to shortstop. The rest of the infield on the corners will remain the same. After the pitching change, we're back. Jordan Fuller into pitch in relief for the Farmers. No outs, runners on the corners. Maddox Moore, the second baseman. Not sure we couldn't figure this time out when we had a pitching change. Maddox Moore steps in the box. Has a pop out and a single today. Runners on the corners. Infield in on the grass. Guys at the center field. Venegas is going to camp underneath it. He does not tag. 1 out. After that first pitch from Fuller. Still runners on the corners. Brings up number 5, Colin Evans. Should be an inning double play. And it is. And yes, I'm gritting my teeth on that one. Great job by the middle infield there. Ground ball needed, ground ball got. 3rd out. Through 6 complete. We're going to the top of the 7th, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. This one's still locked at 2. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the top of the seventh. Last inning of regulation. Game tied 2-2. Leading off for the Farmers, the hot hitting Landon Dunham with 3 singles today. Big swing and a miss, strike one. One 0-1 pitch. Evans got 1 ball, 1 strike with that outside pitch. Takes fastball straight back to the net for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Dunham. One-two pitch on the way. Swing and miss for out number 1. Dunham 3 for 4 on the day. Nothing to hang your head on about that. Next up, number 22, Caden Johnson. Struck out his last time up on a horrible pitch called by the umpire. I said it. Way outside on ball 1. Venegas on deck, and then we'll be back to the top of the lineup for the Farmers. Fastball catches a corner, evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. In the dirt, 2 balls, 1 strike. Ground ball chopped foul into the third base dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Johnson. Farmers with 8 hits today. Definitely a different team that showed up yesterday. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball poked to the right side. Great job by Caden Johnson. Getting on with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Venegas in the box for the Farmers. Johnson on first. Norman on deck, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. This game's tied at 2-2. First pitch on the way. Misses well outside. Hard hit ground ball just fouled on the third base side by Venegas. Brings the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball back in play by the umpire. 1-1 on the way. Fastball misses out. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two 1. Make that 3 balls, 1 strike. Hitters count for Venegas. Fastball down there across the knees. Strike 2. For the hitter's count, that's a pitch you're looking for. Got to get the bat off our shoulders. Full count pitch on the way. Look at strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 outs. Brings up Caden Norman back to the top of the lineup. Brady Green on deck. Ground ball hit to the shortstop. Slips it over to second for out number 3. 4 up, 3 down here in the top of the 7th. We are headed to the bottom, folks. This game is tied 2-2. Stay tuned. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, here in the bottom of the 7th of regulation baseball here in Game 3 of this best-of-3 series. Jordan Fuller on the mound. First pitch hit right back to him, flings it over to Colin Berry for out number 1. That was Gabe Jarvis batting. Three pitches and a couple outs there for Fuller. Neighbors in the box for the Leopards look at strike one, curveball there. Looks at curveball, strike 2 there. Fuller quickly ahead, 0-2. He's set, ready to go. 0-2 pitch. Foul to the third base dugout. Oh, 2 pitch. Line to left field. Irwin takes a couple steps back. Makes an easy play out there. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Back to the top of the lineup for the Leopards. That ball's going to be fouled down the third base side, out of play. Johnson tracked it down all the way to the fence. W.T. Jones in the box for the Leopards. Flew out to center field his last time up. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. 0-1 on Jones. Fuller set, pitch on the way. Curveball just misses low out of the bottom of the zone. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jones is going to sky that one down the left field line. And that one drifts foul out of play. Irwin tracked it all the way down to the fence. Graves was moving as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jones. Fuller set and ready to go. 2 outs. No runners on. Bottom of the 7th. 1-2 delivery. Fastball misses out. Couldn't get him to chase. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's pitch. Fastball in the dirt. 3-2 full count on Jones. Payoff pitch. Hard hit ground ball to Malone at second. Throw over to Berry. 3 up, 3 down. That is the end of regulation. This game is tied 2-2. We are going into extra innings, folks. You get free baseball today. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks, here in the top of the 8th. Extra inning baseball today. Brady Gray in the box for the Farmers. Swing and a miss there. His count's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two, three, four due up here for the Farmers. Line drive hit to center field. Evans is tracking. He makes that catch. Next up, number 5, Colin Berry. Back-to-back walks for Berry. First pitch swinging by Berry. Skies out to left field. Jones cracked about 200 feet behind shortstop. Tried to go get that ball. Called off by the left fielder. 2 outs here quickly in the top of the 8th. Brings up Mason Irwin. Had a single to the right side his last time up. Fastball misses up. Ball 1. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swings at that outside pitch and chops it right back to Gamble. 3 up, 3 down. We're going to the bottom of the 8th, folks. Stay tuned.
Later right here, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And the other third down here. This is going to be rest left, flip down the foot, so that then see the base. Back right now. Using the yellow third, then backs up. Right, one same. Bigger than left. Now, pass with throw. Just one. Take it off. Hard.
We're back here at the bottom of the 8th. 1 ball, 1 strike on number 3, Tristan Howe. Going to ground out the shortstop his last time up. Could possibly have another one. Graves with a throw across the diamond. Great play by number 7, coming up with the backhand behind the diving Caden Johnson. Deep throw across the diamond, scoop by Barry. Not even a scoop. That was just a great dig. Good job by the Farmers. You're definitely getting your money's worth today, folks, on some good baseball. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate everybody who's come out tonight. Today, rather. One out brings up number 13, Britton Pipes. Flew out to center field his first time up. Fastball inside on the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fuller set, locked in, ready to go. Peers over the top of his glove. Fastball chopped to the third base coach. Foul ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Time called by the home plate umpire. Another fastball to Pipes, chopped foul to the third base side. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fuller set. 1-2 pitch on the way. Pipes stays alive as he fouls it over to the right side. Count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Couldn't get him to chase. Here's Fuller's 2-2 pitch. Fisted and lined over to shortstop. Graves makes an easy play there. 2 quick outs by the Farmers. Brings up Eli Jarvis, number 18. Had a double to left field his last time up. First pitch curveball in there, catches the outside corner from Fuller, strike 1. 0-1 pitch. Fuller with a little uncharacteristic double leg kick there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Where did that fastball miss? Yeah, the guy in front that says got him, he just said it was a good pitch. 3 balls, 1 strike. Three-one pitch on the way. That should be strike 3 right there, folks, but it's not. That's a full count. 2 outs on Jarvis. Here's the payoff pitch. The infield was leaning, but that is going to be ball 4 with the walk. Brings up Cam Gamble. He had a bunt single his last time up down the third base side. Might not see that here with 2 outs, but they are a very good bunting team. Fastball strike outside corner. With the game being tied and a runner on. Quick pick there by Fuller. Gets Jarvis leaning a little bit, but he's able to get back in safely. Head coach for Liberty's going to call timeout. Scream out another area code. Fuller set. 0-1 pitch on the way. Hard line drive to the left side by Gamble. Maddox Moore, his last time up, had a pop up to center field. Going to have a pinch runner for Jarvis at second. Liberty looking to score from second. Putting in a pinch runner speed-wise. Possible scenario. Looking to score on anything hit to the outfield. Second baseman Maddox Moore steps in the box. That hit by pitch is going to load the bases for the Leopards. Colin Evans, the center fielder, is up next. Bases loaded. Here in the bottom of the 8th, this game tied 2-2. He grounded out to second base his last time up. First pitch inside, ball 1. One-zero pitch on the way. That ball in the dirt close to hitting Evans. Anything but a strikeout or a putout will be in favor of the Leopards. 2 balls, no strikes, bases loaded. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Fuller. Fastball down the middle, strike 1. Folks, it's been some great baseball today. Regardless of the outcome, these boys have played back and forth the entire afternoon. Fuller set, 2-1 pitch. That pitch fouled back over the backstop and the press box evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fuller 6 off the side. Gets something that he likes. He's set. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Evans fouls that one straight back to the net. Staying alive. Count still remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. Going to be a walk off the left field by Evans. Threw his hands at it, poked that ball through the left side, and they are going to take the win 3-2 here in the bottom of the 8th. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Unfortunate turnout for the Farmers. Congratulations to the Liberty-Eylau Leopards. I want to give a shout out to our handful of seniors. We appreciate everything you guys have done. A lot of you guys have been on this squad for 4 years. What you've done for the underclassmen, I particularly know that my son has cherished a relationship with you guys the last few years that he's had the opportunity to be on varsity. Mr. G, Farmersville ISD, Mr. B, and all the crew for the Farmersville AV. Appreciate you, everything you guys do, bringing this live stream option to the folks that couldn't make the travel. I want to thank everybody who did make the travel. Good baseball today, folks. That could have went either way. It just happened to go towards the other team. But nonetheless, still a good day to be a farmer. The guys played great. And as always, before I sign off, go Farmers. See you guys next season.